Number one, mnawaka as a team. Kila mtu apulize baluni yake. Kila mtu anapuliza yake, hakuna kupuliziwa. Lakini ukimaliza kupuliza yako na teammate mwenzako hajamaliza, unamsaidia mmalize, lakini balloon zitosha. Zikitoshana, mtachukua hiyo balloon mweke hapa nyuma ya kila mtu, ni kama isianguke. Kumbuka mnafaa kuwaka as a team. Sawa? Yes. Goza! Cindy, you're cheating.
We are at Kabete Rescue Center. We have brought some of our girls to come and give back to the community. The girls participated in an essay contest known as Do the Right Thing contest. In Do the Right Thing contest, the girls write an essay about themselves or someone they know who has done something good, something right, despite all odds. So the reason some of them have become winners and they were given grant to give back to the community and touch the lives of other people. So the reason why we are here today at the Kabete Rescue Center.
My name is Cynthia Yuma. I'm a Form 2 student at my girls' high school Eldoret, and this project was mine. So we chose to come to Nairobi Rescue Center, a place where they keep kids who have been trafficked by other people and they've been rescued, and they also keep kids of imprisoned people. Our main reason for choosing this project is because these kids are lonely. Yes, they tend to feel lonely because they have no one to take care of them because most of their family are not around. So I wanted to come with them, share our joy with them, spend a day with them and make them feel loved. Want to touch their hearts and give them a sense of belonging in society because they are part of us and their presence matters a lot.
I'm Chena Busolo from Buchere Girls High School, an honorable mention of the Do the Right Thing essay. During our community service was to come and visit Nairobi Rescue Center to visit children aged 7 years and below whose parents have been arrested and in prison. We've had a nice time with the children, heard their stories, played with them, had fun activities, had art activities with them, and we babysit the young children. And we thank the director of Nairobi Rescue Center for hosting us here and giving us an opportunity to interact with the kids.
Okay, my name is Sainabu Kabete. I'm the deputy manager, and welcome. This is Nairobi Children Rescue Center. It's one of the institutions among other institutions in the Ministry of Labor and Social Protection. We fall under Social Protection Children's Department. Among them, we have children who might have been lost, that is missing children. We have abandoned children. It can be babies or bigger children between 6-5 years abandoned. We have neglected children. We have children of imprisoned parents. We also have children from vulnerable families. These are children maybe whom the parents are not able to provide the basic needs. Maybe the parents are not in a position to get maybe the 3 meals per day. And maybe the community or the children officer within that sub-county are seen the need of taking these children to be rescued and brought to this home. So when the children are being brought here, we have a process for them. The children are passed through the police, and then the police will hand the children to the children's office, maybe the children officer falling under within where the case is being handled. If, like, for example, if it's the Kasarani police, they will call the children officer Kasarani, and then the children officer will report the case to Milimani Children's Court. The officer will write the report depending on the case of the child, and then the child will be committed to our home. The children are committed here. Maybe they come here with a committal warrant, or they come here with a warrant. A committal is it depends with the nature of age of the child. If they are children below 3 years, they are given a committal of 3 months or 6 months. If they are children above 3 years, they are given a committal of 1 year. But mostly because this is a government rescue center, the children stay here temporarily. They come here temporarily and then later on they are released back to the community. Depending on the nature of case of these children, is when now we provide the needs depending on the nature of cases. Like currently we have the small one is 2 months baby, but normally we receive even babies of 1 hour, 2 hour baby, but currently the small one came here 2 hours old, 5 hours old, but now the girl is 2 months old. We have other babies 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and also now we have a girl of 12 years. The girl of 12 years is a girl of year siblings. The siblings, they have small children below 1 year. So we don't separate siblings. We believe in bonding a family to live as a family. So when the children come here, we sit down as an institution. We normally have case conference. We sit down, we discuss the cases, and now we see how we can provide the basic needs to these children. There are those children who might need only the basic needs, maybe food, shelter, clothing, education, and then medical. But there are those children who come here with special needs. Maybe they will need a special service. So we sit down, we discuss on the case of the child, and then now we see how we can provide the needs. But now, as per our institution, because this is a temporary shelter, we provide mostly the basic needs. But for schooling, we have up to class 2. From there, we transfer the children because our time of providing service to these children, we are supposed to cater for them for 6 months. But when now the cases delay in court, or if this is a lost child, maybe we have not found the parents, and maybe the child has stayed here for long, and the child needs schooling. So we normally transfer them to other homes for schooling. But before we transfer, we have to go for home tracing for the lost and found. And when we don't get a parent, is when now we look for alternative placement for them. We normally look for vacancies in the private homes. As now being the government, we are allowed by the court to release our children to the private homes, that is the CCIs within Nairobi County. So when we have children here, we look for vacancies in the private homes. Some homes take for us abandoned children. Some homes like Nest Children's Home in Limuru, they only take children of imprisoned parents for schooling. We also have Tumshangilie Mtoto in Kangemi. They normally take for us children who are 7 years and above for schooling. We have Mogra Children's Home in Kiambu Road. They take for us both babies and both other children, maybe lost and found, neglected children. And we have Panados in Nairobi West. They only take orphans. And we have other homes like Child Welfare Society of Kenya. Now the Child Welfare Society of Kenya, they normally take for us children, mostly babies. When they take the babies, because our home, we are not allowed to do adoption for children. When we have children who are due for adoption, and now Child Welfare Society has been certified, they have been registered as a home who can do adoption for these children. So we normally transfer the children to Child Welfare Society of Kenya so that they can do adoption. And also we have other homes, private homes, who have been certified and they have they are under Adoption Society of Kenya. They can do adoption to these children. So we normally to transfer to these homes so that they can do adoption for the parents who need babies to adopt them. So we normally transfer them. But here we don't do adoption. We only provide the basic needs to these children. We always have other categories of cases like we have young girls with babies. These are girls who found themselves here because of sexual abuse, and when the girls have been abused and they get pregnant, they are brought here while the case is in court. They are brought here, we do counseling for them. For the ones who need treatment, they are taken for treatment, and also we normally look for alternative placement for them. For them to school while the case is still in court, we normally take them back to school. So we stay with the children here and the girls go back to school. But when they close, they come here and stay with their babies until the case is over from court. So we have various categories of children. But for us here as an institution, we mostly believe in children being in their communities. But sometimes in an instance where we cannot find a home for these children, like now, maybe for children of imprisoned parents, we might not find the relatives, or maybe the guardian who is available at the time, maybe they are the grandparents, and maybe they are not in a position to take care of the small babies. So that is when we have the children here, and now we have to look for alternative placement. But before we look for alternative placement, we have to try options. We look for a way where these children are taken back to their communities and be supported in their communities. But when we don't have that option, we have to look for a home where these children are schooled and they have a life afterwards. We have our own government institutions. We have Thika Children Rescue Center. It's a boarding school for boys, class 1 to 8. We have another one in Machakos, that is class 1 to 8 for girls. We have another one in Manga, it's a mixed, both boys and girls. We have also Kombewa in Kisumu, it's both boys and girls. And then we have Karisa. Karisa caters for Muslim children. That is where we take our children who are Muslims for schooling. But when they are here, we both have, when they are still young, before they go to school, we have both Muslims and Christians. But for their religious part of it, we have a Muslim to cater them for their religious, and then we have a pastor for the Christian ones. So we normally have a program. They go to school here, where there we have classrooms. We have the caregivers who take care of the children while they are in the rooms. We have other support sections. We have the hospitality section. We have the procurement section. We have the education section, and then we have the medical part of it. So here is full government. Our staffing is government. We are civil servants, and also our fundings comes from the government. So they try as much as they can, and we can provide the service which we can afford as an institution. So thank you so much. This is a rescue center, and we cater for all types of children. So long as it is a child. We don't select, maybe we don't take disability, we take all types of children, so long as it is a child. We have positive children, we have disabled children, and then we have our normal children. Because they are all children and need the services, they need care and protection, and because we are a department, a government department who caters for children needs, so we take care of them.
On behalf of the SHOFCO team, thank you for welcoming us. Yes, us as the team, we have really enjoyed. Asanteni watoto, mmecooperate ndo kukala. Asanteni sana. Asanteni matrons. Mmelinda watoto vizuri hadi tunaona wamefurahia. Ndo hadi furaha yetu. Thank you for taking us around. Yes, and we hope to come back again.